Hello everybody, this is Peztel and welcome to episode 12 of my Minecraft Let's Play. Now the 1.16 Nether update is finally on the server and we have had time to start exploring the new things that came with the update. The new biomes, the new blocks, and the new mechanics. I've already got a full set of netherite gear, save for maybe the elytra. You can't have another elytra. And I have made some progress inside the nether. Now, we're not in the nether right now, we're actually at my wheat fields because I wanted to show you guys something at my base and give you guys an update. So with the new update, there's new blocks on Minecraft. And if you guys remember, I keep all of my items in the main hall over there. And even before the update, it was kind of filled all the way to the ceiling. And I didn't have enough space for a lot of things. And I was kind of thinking, maybe now is the time to build an item sorter. But no, I remember the original reason why I built this place. It was basically to deter the building of an item sorter. It's to build production areas. So anything that can be farmed, I want to build similar things in that same area and keep those items in their own item sorter in that area. So for instance, this area would be for things like wheat, for carrots, for potatoes, and for beetroot technically. Now, I've never shown you guys the inside of this building, but in here I just have a pumpkin and melon farm. Now, this farm was designed by Ilmango, and I have it being collected by a hopper minecart. And at the bottom here, so this row of chests is what collects all the drops from this farm, and this wall on the left is to store similar farmable items like wheat, carrots. In here is some potatoes, and in here is some beetroot. And if I ever want a larger quantity of these things, I would just take this, and I would turn on this farm, which needs bone meal. So I would turn it on, and it starts a very fast clock. I stand here, hold right click, and I get as many carrots as the bone meal can provide. Now I can either pick it up, or it comes down here into this chest. Yeah, I transferred all of my farmable items over here. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep building more production areas for my base so I can have a dedicated storage area for them and not just have one big central item sorter. So I think for now, I'm going to keep that town base on hold. Oh, I picked up a melon. I'm going to put it's safe now. So I'm going to put the town building part of my base on hold because I want to continue building more farms and building around that. And then with the new nether update, I'm also going to be spending some time in the nether and taking advantage of what it has to offer. So here we go into the 1.16 nether. And here we are on the roof of the nether. So it's been officially decided that we will be building the new hub and the new tunnels on the roof. There was a contest to design a new hub for the server. That contest is now closed, so you have to have completed and submitted your design now. And then once everyone does that, there's going to be a poll to vote on the hub that will be built here. Now, I didn't have enough time to design and build a hub myself, but whatever gets chosen for the hub, I'm excited to build it and help with a really great hub on the roof. Now, what I've been up to on the roof is taking advantage of the new mechanics that are on 1.16. So if you've been keeping up with 1.16, you would know a new mechanic called bartering with piglins. And what that is it's basically a kind of like villager trading, but there's no GUI involved. And you get a random item back based on a loot table. And I've spent time building this. So this is basically my nether base. It's what I've been spending a lot of time on building, making look somewhat nice and optimized to take advantage of the bartering mechanic with piglins, which is going to be patched in 1.16.2. There's going to be some slight changes with the drops. So I wanted to get in while I still could and barter with them as much as possible. So over here we have Nembomb's gold farm, and the mechanic here is that the only mobs that can spawn on these platforms are zombie piglins, because they're the only ones who aren't harmed by the magma. I think gas could also spawn, but we do block it off with the size constraint for the spawning rules for that. Now, I could either AFK up here, or I could AFK hit them down there. And if I hit them with a looting sword, or I think any sword technically, ooh, I could get more drops that aren't just zombie flesh and gold nuggets. I could get things like their head. Now, I didn't have a lot of their heads to start filtering with anyway, so I tried to accommodate that for that in my storage system down there. But basically, when they drop and they die, their items get pushed through here. They get pushed into a center block with these pushers. They get aligned by an ender chest, and the honey block being just a little bit shorter than one block will push them to the front, align them here, and the slime block can push them forward and make it go extremely fast in this item sorter. I never thought you could sort items like this. I always thought you had to push them in with water, and of course we can't have water in the nether. So this is so cool. Anyway, back to the rest of the base. So we have a bunch of filters here for the zombie piglin? The zombie piglin drop. The first 5 are just zombie flesh to automatically dispense with. A lot of them are golden nuggets. I have a single filter for golden ingots, and then the rest are just unstackable or unsorted. Oh my gosh, I spawn! Uh-oh, I gotta cover that up. Can't have anything spawning here. So the zombie flesh, it gets sorted here into lava, which gets auto-dropped with that observer clock. Now every other item, I wanted to collect them and chain the hoppers and chests this way, because if I were to do it the way I think it's normally done, with a hopper into a chest and then a hopper into a chest, it's basically taking an item stream and diverging it into multiple streams, which would kind of mean I would have to open up multiple chests from one item stream. And I would prefer it to, open as few chests as possible, so I kept the item stream as a single stream, and then I converged it later on. I need some carpet for that, or anything. Aha. I love this new blackstone block, it's so pretty. Now, the gold nugget stream, all of those streams converge into one single point, and that is to this shulker box loader. So all it does is it fills up a shulker box, it gets pushed and popped off into this collection area. So these are all full with golden nuggets. And then that would update the mechanism to dispense a new shulker box. Now I put a shulker box loader here because I was thinking, if I had so many golden nuggets, I could go back with shulkers full of golden nuggets and then make an auto crafter with that with water. But as I was building this thing, I kind of had more ideas of other ways to quickly craft stuff. So I'm still not entirely sure about this design, but it's still a good way to bulk store a lot of golden nuggets. Over here is shulker box loader for the golden ingots. I don't have too many golden ingots, so that's still just one shulker box in there. But if I were to AFK overnight to kill the piglins, that would be useful here. So this, I'm gonna call it a safe trash can. I've designed it myself, and I don't know if anyone's ever built it before, but basically what it is if you have a bunch of unfiltered or unstackable items, they'll end up and get collected into this stream. Now let's say you look through it. I don't have anything here, but let's say there's zombie flesh, and I don't want that, but I want these melon slices. So I'll take these out, and then I'm ready to throw these away. I can turn that on, and then it'll start dispensing it into lava. Now while it's dispensing, I don't have anything in the stream right now to show it, but basically the chest won't accept any more new items until you were to flip the switch again. And by doing that, you don't just start throwing away a bunch of items that you might have wanted. You have a chance to throw away things that you've seen and there's no chance of it dispensing something that you haven't seen. So when we flip the lever, it just activates this observer clock to start dispensing items. And at the same time, it'll update this observer chain into the sticky piston. So right now, there's a composter there that's up, that's not powering that comparator, and I can show you that it's a comparator. But if we were to flick the lever, the comparator would be pulled down, it would get power and lock that hopper. So then this hopper wouldn't be able to transfer anything into this chest, and that's how we can keep it safe. That's for the items for just for this large gold farm. But the other half of this base is to get those golden nuggets, convert them into golden ingots, and trade with these guys, the new mob, the piglins. So as I've said before, the piglins, they have a bartering mechanic where they can drop something for a golden ingot. And I've got an item sorter here. And basically what it does is I have a dropper system that drops golden ingots. They pick it up and they stare at it for like, I don't know, 6 seconds. They take their time. They drop something and they're standing on honey blocks, as you can see there. So they drop it, and because the honey block isn't a full block, it gets picked up by the hopper, which gets sent to an item stream. It gets dropper rated all the way up, and the stream goes in that direction where it starts sorting them, and we get things like this new block, Crying Obsidian. I really love this block. Oh, it's like obsidian but bright and sweaty. I really like it because it's like a nicer looking obsidian, and obsidian is extremely useful for farms. So now it's like just adding, you know, more build detail to TNT farms. This is my favorite block so far. And this one, the Shroomlight, it's like a prettier glowstone. It's a nice bright orange. But anyway, this isn't what's part of the piglin farm. What is part of the piglin farm is obsidian, crying obsidian, magma cream, what is this? Fire charge. And then a bunch of these things. So I sorted the things that I think were most important to me, and this is going to change in the new 1.16.2 update. And then there are other items that just can't be sorted, like potions and boots and books. So to show you this farm in action, let's say I have a bunch of shulkers of golden nuggets. I could almost grab all of them. So I can convert them into golden ingots, and I put them in this chest where they get sent away in an item stream. So in the back here, we can see if I can land safely. So the items from the chest, they flow into this dropper vader. They get sent that way. And so I put in golden ingots. Now the first thing that gets sorted is golden ingots in this filter, and it'll grab those ingots, filter them down and into the droppers for each piglin cell. Otherwise, it'll keep going this way, and at this point it's assumed to be a piglin drop because the hopper stream for the piglins, they're also connected to this dropper vader, so they'll get sent up and then sent this way and get sorted. So that's basically the farm for now. It's a connection of farm and then item stream and then processing it and then into another item stream, into another farm, into another collection area. I think it was a lot of new mechanics for me to learn to even build this thing. You know, besides designing the hallway, which I think is pretty good, I dug myself a hole by giving myself even numbers, and that was kind of difficult. And then I have an odd number here. So it was a mix of even and odd, and yeah, I had to deal with that. But besides designing it, thinking of it this way, I had to figure out how to make things functional and more practical for a survival user. I don't know, a lot of these mechanics are new to me. But the concept of using shulker box loaders, this is my first time really using shulker boxes, that's new to me. The concept of sorting items without water against an ender chest that way, that's really new to me. And then even this design, I don't know if this design was made before, but I know for this one at least, I designed that myself from scratch. So I was kind of trying to fit a lot of new things together. I think it's okay efficiency wise, but I do think if I had known a lot of previous information before, I would be able to make it more efficient, more practical. But I did try to fit everything, you know, in a space that would make sense. Like, I like single item streams going down because I don't want to see columns of chests. I want to see just what I need. Oh wow, there's a lot of books here. Oh yeah, I put these here. Soul Speed 3, the new enchant. There's just so much to Minecraft that I haven't even discovered yet. And I'm still yet to discover, like, you could just make new things on the fly. That's really what makes this game great. So I do want to continue building this place. Base is kind of my guilty pleasure and what I've been trying to avoid. I wanted to avoid just building a base of farms that might look cool on the inside, but on the outside doesn't really make sense. Yeah, it's like a tower and it's floating and there's this one wing, but I don't have a second wing. Oh, another thing I really love about this farm, the leather. Automatic leather farm. I'd say the leather, the gravel, renewable gravel, the quartz, and obsidian. If this farm only had those items, it's still extremely worth it, and everything else is just a bonus. I'm so glad that I can get items this way. I know it's gonna be nerfed, but I'm just glad I can keep using it for now. Look at this. Oh, soul sand. Soul sand. I have to use this because of the soul fire. And my skin is soul fired. I even made my skin soul fired. And I gotta use that block. I gotta use that fire. The lantern. What else do we got? A campfire. There's just so much to this update. And even without the update, there's just so much to Minecraft. But building like this, merging together a cool build style with a redstone farm and making it practical, this is also something I just enjoy doing. But yeah, I'm gonna keep building here and putting more farms in here, and I think the challenge is making an efficient item stream here without the use of water. So do expect to see more and other stuff in the next few episodes. I'm so excited for this update and just building this area that I just want to keep thinking of new farms and new designs and integrating it into this build. I just hope nothing changes back home.